Hi, this is Tom with Bryn Mawr RC, and as always, thank you for watching. Please consider subscribing. This week, we are continuing our TRX4 chassis kit build, and we're going to complete the rear axles this week. Taking a look at the overall build steps, we are again still very early in the build. Last week, we started the rear axle, and this week we'll complete step C and the rear axle assembly. That completion will be done with these last 5 steps. Here's a zoomed in version of the exploded view showing the components that we'll be adding today. Effectively the portal axles out to the hexes. Not a lot of work this week, but this is as far as I could get. Now let's watch the finishing of those rear axles. Moving on to step C7, we're going to build the portal housings. And so this particular model has portal axles. And up in the upper right, I'll show a little bit about what a portal axle is and why you would do it. But effectively, it helps you raise the vehicle and give more ground clearance. Moving on to C8, we're going to assemble and install the portal input and output gears. I have set out all of the components needed here. We just finished up step C7, which is loading the bearings into the portal housings. So let's move forward. These are the portal stub axle and the portal output gear assembly are these 2 components here. So looks like we take a pin, put it through, and you can see on the gearing there is a slot there for a pin. So I'm thinking it goes that way. And then we'll just line the pin up, and there it goes. Go. 1. 2. Line the pin up. Can you see that? There we go. So now those go into the bearing. Goes into this one here. There we go. Oops, my pin fell out. There, the pin set in. Now it asks for a dollop of grease on the portal output gear assembly. So I'm just going to put it up top here. Little dollop. Little dollop. There we go. Now we're moving on to the portal inner gears. And the inner gears have the last bearing the last bearing that was in the rear axle assembly bag. There. Okay. So it looks like these go into the other. Is this right? There we go. Seat that bearing down in there. It seems to be good. Seat the bearing in. There we go. Okay, that looks correct. Now, on the portal input gear, we also are asked to put a drop of grease. There we go. There we go. Alrighty. There we go. The input and output portal gears have been loaded into the portal housings. Moving on to step C9, we now just actually assemble the entire portal housing. So we join the two halves of the case and join the two gears as well. There we go. Let's give it a spin here, make sure that that's smooth. That is nice and smooth. Okay, do the other one. I'm going to rotate those a little bit, move the grease just a little out of the way. There we go, that fits in there real nice. That one doesn't feel like it spins as nicely or as freely. Oh, maybe it does. All right, now we join those two together with 8 screws. Alrighty, I'll just quickly do this by hand to make sure they're snug. Okay, that is the completion of C9 and the full assembly of the portal housing. C10, we're going to install the portal drive shafts. And I have everything set out. Now, the drive shafts are of different lengths because, of course, where they actually plug in is not exactly in the center of the axle. The longer one is considered the right. The shorter one is the left. And it seems that these are sideless. These can be left or right. So we just pick one of them and go. And they seem to be the same on both sides. So I guess we simply insert it like that. We simply insert it like that. So the longer one is the right, the shorter one is the left. This is how it is, will be on the car, just like this. And so this is the right side. And we're going to put this on the right side. And I could feel it slip all the way down in there. This is the left. There we go. I'm calling that complete for C10. Getting back to step C11, where we're installing the link mounts and the wheel hexes. I was having a little difficulty with that and fixed it off camera. Here are the hexes, and the hex has two holes in it, and we put a grub screw in. And even reading the instruction, I misunderstood. Only one of these holes has threads. So I was attempting to put the grub screw in on the side without threads. Once I figured that out, I was able to get those hexes on, and they're on both sides. And then I finished up step 11 with installing the link mounts. So the link mounts are these two items here. Obviously the link is going to rest in here, and those are the two link mounts. We've come to the end of another week. This is Tom at Bryn Mawr RC. As always, thank you for joining. Please be careful, stay safe, and take care of one another. Thank you. Bye.